So a really important part about achieving your health and fitness goals is learning how to track and measure your foods. So first thing you want to do is grab yourself a kitchen scale and ensure that you have the units on grams. Once you've got it on grams, we can then place our plate or bowl on the kitchen scales, and we want to use the tier function to zero out that scale. So if I use the tier function here, I will now have a 0 gram reading, and then I can add whatever food I want to that plate and measure that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure out my tofu here for 100 grams. I can get it relatively close to 100 grams here. I'm at 97 grams, and that's how I weigh out my portions of food. So for other foods like our spreads and our condiments and our plant milks, we can do something a little different. So what we want to do is grab our food container like this peanut butter, take the lid off, and then just tier that weight again so that it ends up at 0. From there, we can just grab our utensil and take out as much as we need for your macronutrient targets for the meal. And you can see on the scale that will read 18 grams, 20 grams, whatever it may be. And then that's how much you can use on your toast or your smoothie bowl or whatever it may be. So some common errors with tracking and measuring your foods is number one, tracking a food as just one serve. So for example, if I was using a banana and only tracking this as one banana as opposed to weighing it out, we may not get as accurate as we'd like it to be. Secondly is only using things like tablespoons and cups to measure some foods out. If we want to get super accurate with our tracking, we generally want to weigh those foods out as much as we can and get as much accuracy as we can there. Another one, guys, is not using the nutritional panel on our foods and just finding random foods on MyFitnessPal. A really simple way is just to use the barcode scan on a lot of your packaged foods, and that way you're getting the most accurate numbers you can for that particular food. And lastly, a big common error is not logging those small things like milks and coffees, handfuls of nuts here and there, alcohol, things like that just get forgotten throughout the day. Make sure we log everything we eat throughout the day that contains calories. So basically, guys, just try to measure out as much of your foods as you can. It's just about getting as accurate as we can towards your daily calorie and macronutrient totals. All of this is just about educating you on what foods are made up of and how we can use those foods to achieve your long-term body composition goals.